Some of my earliest spring memories are of waking to the scent of lilacs. I grew up in Quebec, and our neighbors had a long row of lilac bushes that were facing my childhood bedroom window. Every spring, their blossoms seemed to transform the mundane into something magical. When we created our garden here in Vermont, I knew I wanted to recreate that feeling. Over the years, I've planted a collection of French and Korean lilacs in shades of creamy white, soft lavender, deep violet, and blush pink. Now, each spring, the garden comes alive in a sea of color and perfume. The blooms fill the air with a fragrance that feels timeless, carrying memories from one season of life into another. Lilac season is fleeting, which makes it all the more precious. Each year, I gather armfuls of blooms for the house and our homestead cafe, savoring every moment before the blossoms fade once again. I am so grateful to fill our home with lilacs gathered from our own garden. Their fragrance drifts through every room, and for a few short weeks, I am reminded of the wonder I felt as a child, waking to the scent of lilacs on a spring morning. Before I head over to our homestead cafe to get ready for the weekend, I thought I would give you an update on the backyard garden makeover we've been working on this spring. The greenhouse is slowly beginning to empty as more seedlings find their way into the garden. We've now assembled, filled, planted, and mulched almost all of our new raised beds. The next step is to start beautifying the space by covering the landscape fabric with mulch, finishing the garden arbor, and planting a cheerful row of sunflowers at the entrance of the garden. As we continue working on our new raised bed garden, our sheep have happily taken over the old vegetable garden for the time being. Mittens, our English shepherd, and Diamond, our black sheep, were having a spirited disagreement about who was in charge of the old garden. After checking on everyone, it was time to head over to our homestead cafe and get ready for the weekend. I always enjoy cutting fresh flowers for our homestead cafe and farm store. The bouquet carried a garden indoors, adding fragrance, color, and a touch of old-fashioned charm to our Victorian-inspired cafe. My sister baked an exquisite lilac and lemon cake for the cafe this weekend. With its delicate floral notes and fresh citrus flavor, it was a lovely way to bring the beauty of the garden into the cafe and celebrate this fleeting season. As the purples of lilac season begin to fade, the garden is already welcoming a new palette of pink blooms, a reminder that life is always moving forward and that each season brings its own kind of beauty.